Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. What about some of the other fights on those card? If we quickly run through another couple,
Yeah.
Tyler
No.
Denny, Hamzah Sheeraz. What do you make of that one?
Yeah, again, sorry, I'd have done a little bit more prep if I knew you were going to ask me. I literally I looked at it when they first announced it, and then I've just kind of forgot who was on it. But Tyler Denny's a good fighter. Well, they're both good fighters, aren't they? Hamza. I think he had a good win on one of the Saudi cards, didn't it? Hamza Shiraz.
Yeah, he beat Amma
You
Williams.
know,
Yeah, Amma
so
Williams.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, so obviously he's got some momentum. I think Tyler Denny's coming off a couple of good wins as well.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So I think it's literally that's literally a flip of a coin, that one, 50-50. They're both good fighters. I don't know, they both had like a similar amount of fights as well. Um, I'm not too sure. I should have got a box rec up, mate, on and done, and I should have set it up next to me. But no, it sounds to me like a 50-50 fight, that one.
yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting one as well from a fan perspective because ever since Hamza Sheeraz was pro, there's been hype about him. Oh, he's a future world champion, future world champion. Whereas with
Yeah,
Tyler Denny, that was never ever spoken about. It was just kind of fight by fight, and now he's found himself as a
yeah,
European champion. So yeah, no, really intriguing one. As is Josh Kelly and Liam Smith. Do you think that's a bit of a
yeah.
crossroads
That
fight?
Yeah, that's another one, isn't it? It's like Josh Kelly obviously came out of the block straight away as a pro, didn't he? He were absolutely on fire. He lost to Avanesian, didn't he?
Yeah,
So obviously he had to do a bit of rebuilding after that. And Liam Smith, it just seems like Liam Smith's been on the scene for years and years now. It's like when he fought Canelo, God, like what year was that in? It was that were a few years ago now when he fought
yeah,
Canelo. So he's had a brilliant career. Like you said, it might be a little bit of a crossroads fight that. So I think it all depends on if Liam's still fresh enough. Obviously, he's got the experience. Whereas if he's sharp, being the younger man, it'll be a good win. Definitely be a good name on Josh Kelly's record. So again, very very interesting. It'll be a good film that it really will.
yeah, absolutely. And then the final fight on that card as well is clash of I was going to say unbeaten light heavyweights. It's not. Willie Hutchinson has been beaten once, but he had a good
Yeah.
win last time against Craig Richards, Joshua Buatsi. How if you had to put money on that one, where would it be going?
Oh God. Do you know what? It's one of them where I'm a massive, massive Willie Hutchinson fan. I was buzzing when he got that win last time out. And again, again, Buatsi. It's like on paper, you'd have to go with Buatsi. Just through that bit of experience. Do you know what I mean? Probably had the more high level fights, but I just think if Willie Hutchinson, he seems to I like his character. He seems to believe in himself a lot, and coming off that win last time out, if he can keep that belief in himself and go in there, not really any pressure. Do you know what I mean? It's a big fight for him, but it's a big fight for Josh Buatsi as well. Do you know what I mean? It's a fight that he can't really afford to lose. On the stage that they are on. But I've got a sneaky feeling. It's like one of them. It's like your heart says Willie, and my head says Buatsi. But I've got a sneaky feeling that Willie Hutchinson might get that job done.
But yeah, fingers crossed that fight and all of the other ones live up to the hype. But it's certainly a stacked card at Wembley, and yeah, yeah, fingers crossed it all goes well. October 12th, there's all of the marbles at light heavyweight. This one, you ask 100 people, 50 will say Beterbiev or Beterbiev, and 50 will say Bivol.
Yeah.
What way would you be going if I was to put you on
Oh
the spot with
mate,
that one?
Bivol. I'm leaning towards Bivol. Not by much, you know what I mean? They're both great fighters. I just think I don't know. Sometimes in boxing, it's just like one fighter, they've got something extra about him. And I just think that's the same with Bivol. Obviously he beat Canelo, didn't it? Obviously it weren't Canelo's, true weight. But it just shows you what a fighter that Bivol is. But again, like you said, all the marbles. So another brilliant fight for boxing. Like you said, it's like probably the last couple of weeks been a bit quiet, but we've got a good menu in next couple of months, haven't we, for some fights. So that's going to be a great one. But I'm edging with Bivol on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. And just before we finish up, Tommy, I wanted to ask one about your former division, obviously, flyweight. There's been plenty of talk, a little bit of back and forth that Sonny Edwards may fight Galal Yafai. Obviously, you've shared the ring with Galal Yafai. Sonny Edwards
Yeah.
he's been world champion before, probably one of the top names in the division still. If they were to fight, maybe not next, but within the next 12 months, let's say 12 to 18 months, who do you favour there?
Yeah, well, like I said, they've been talking about that fight, haven't they? I mean, I'm guessing they're not far off it. It seems like the perfect fight to make. I don't know. Are they talking about? Is there any vacant world title talking about being online for that, or are they just wanting to make the fight? Or
Well, yeah, I suppose then Jesse Rodriguez obviously went back up to super flyweight, didn't he? He went up to
that's
super
right.
fly, so
Yeah,
there was a few vacant belts, and Sonny
yeah.
Edwards fought. Did he fight for the vacant belt last time, or if he didn't, he was in there again with a top? I can't really remember now, to be quite honest with you, but I
I
think there are
don't.
a few
Yeah,
vacant belts. Yeah.
yeah, I don't think Sonny's last fight were for a title. I think it was just a comeback fight. It was still against good opposition. I think he maybe a former world champion maybe. But no, as far as I know, Sonny's fight went for a title. So if there's some vacant belts on the line, they need to be getting sorry, if there's some vacant belts up for grabs, they need to be getting them on the line for Sonny versus Galal, because it really does deserve it. It's a brilliant fight, all British fight, and it's not. You know what you can say. You know, obviously that last fight for me didn't go well at all. But I was quite proud in the fact that I was just I headlined an arena as a flyweight. You know, which don't really happen in this country too often. You know, so the flyweight sometimes they go under the radar and you don't really hear about them until you get big world title fights. But I think that it's brilliant for that division. Obviously, you got Bam Rodriguez. He's moved back up now, hasn't he? But he'll be in and about. And yeah, it'll be a great fight. Son is. I mean, Galal's a great fighter. He's got the pedigree. Olympic gold medalist. He hits hard. Do you know what I mean? I can say that. Well, I say he hits hard. He's very very sharp. He's very sharp and he's very accurate. And I think if he applies that pressure on Sonny, obviously he's got every chance in the world. Catching him, throwing him off his rhythm. The only thing what's putting a little bit of doubt in my head about that fight for Galal is he's not the biggest guy. I mean, if he were my size and he were a flyweight, I think he'd be able to, use his physical presence on Sonny more. But I think he's the same size as Sonny. He's not exactly big for the weight, Galal. So that's the only thing what's telling me. If Sonny gets in his rhythm, I think he'll just stay in his rhythm. I think Sonny's brilliant. You can't knock Sonny. People say about knockouts and stuff, but at the end of the day, they're at the weight that they're at, the flyweights, and it's hit and not get it. And to be honest with you, if you can box 12 rounds and hardly get it, win every round, you're going to do that. It's going to prolong your career. Do you know what I mean? It's going to prolong your career. You're going to make more money in the long run, and you're going to be healthier. When your career is finished by not taking too much damage. But I just think when Sonny gets in that rhythm, it's very very hard to knock him out of it. So I think it's all going to depend on what kind of pace and what Galal does with Sonny. Because I think that defeat to Bam for Sonny probably one of the best things that could have happened to him. Because it were a great fight. I just think he, for whatever reason, he just really decided to stand, with Bam in close quarters from the first bell, which shocked me. I thought, straight away he'd be on his bike. He'd find his rhythm throughout the rounds. But for me, that's the only way that he came unstuck. So if he does what he does best, he's very hard to beat, very hard to beat. So, you know, great fight, 50-50, leaning a bit towards Sonny on that fight if it happens. Hopefully it does next.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Well, no better place to leave it, Tommy. I really appreciate you jumping on and speaking to us here. Yeah, as I said, yeah, hopefully all going well with you and you're still enjoying your time out of the ring. But yeah, we'll maybe see you back in the ring. But one thing we know from this interview is that it won't be at flyweight again.
Definitely not at flyweight, pal. 100%.
Top man, Tommy Frank, thanks very much for
Yeah.
speaking to ESBR Boxing. All the best.
Nice one, Paul. Thanks, pal.